Yeah, my car is angry with me, but my car will settle down momentarily. There it goes. Okay. So, you know, this is this just spans the fucking horizon of everything, kind of trying to tackle this thing. And it's just gonna be all about all them witches, man. You know, and I'll tell you, like, see, one of the biggest challenges with me doing this is that I have to, you know, it's like with anything, you know, a disconcerting 8+ billion people on the planet are just trying to get food on the table, you know? And I'm just another bozo on the bus, man. I'm not, you know, I'm not General Witchfinder over here, man. I got a whole mess of other things outside of this that I gotta do, you know, just in daily life. And because of the way I live, which the way that I live, the principle of how I live is based on, you know, unplugging from the system, man, you know. This is, my life has just naturally gone in that direction. And at my age, you know, I know what I'm doing, you know. I mean, as much as anybody can know what they're doing, I guess, you know. So I live semi-off-grid. I don't have, well, now I actually do have running water, which is only recent in the last maybe week and a half. I finally got water. But, you know, like for 7 months, I have had almost no access to running water. I don't pay taxes. You know, I live semi-off-grid. So, you know, when people start trying to lecture me about, you know, being unplugged and waking up, and the majority of these people lecturing everyone else, man, they're totally plugged in, bro. Like, they're like fully plugged into the fucking system. And I get these motherfuckers trying to lecture me, thinking that I'm just some new kid on the fucking block over here, man. Like, I've been doing this shit for fucking years, man. Like, I started my 17-year experiment of measuring society by how it treats its poor, and measuring the authenticity of any argument by how that argument treats the subject of poverty and U.S. displaced homelessness. Like, I've been doing that for 17 fucking years, man. And you know, and it's one of the biggest fucking components that is directly tied to all this Freemasonry and all this fucking crazy shit that we're seeing. Like poverty is their number one most effective tool for enslaving and genociding the people. And we're talking about enslavement, you know. And most people have no idea. Most people, even, you know, just, you take your typical Crow Houses and True Stream Medias and all they have no idea that poverty is the number one tool that the master class has at their disposal to genocide and enslave you and me, people like you and me. There is no greater tool that they have at their disposal than manufactured poverty, which is why you see homeless people all over the place in every major city in this country. It's all by design. It's all manufactured. It's all part of the Potemkin village facade. It's all part of it. And not only they'll never cover it. All these true stream medias and crow houses, this isn't even on their radar at all. So they'll never talk about it. And I ran a channel for 7 years where that's all I did. And I was alone. The lone voice in the wilderness that got mocked out of the public square for talking about it. I mean, if you just spend 2 minutes thinking about that the number one tool the master class has at their disposal for enslaving and genociding the masses is manufactured poverty. If you spent 2 minutes just thinking about that, you would come to realize, yep, that's true. Well, then why isn't True Stream Media streaming that truth? They never do. Oh, well, 0.0001% of their videos they talked about it. I think I remember one video of theirs that kind of went into that. Kind of a little bit. There was like 5 minutes of that one video that did, yeah. But anyways, yeah. So a disconcerting 8+ billion people on this planet are just trying to get fucking food on the table. And guess what? I'm one of them people. So to think that I have the time to be a general witchfinder and do these fucking massive fucking investigations by myself into a real life witch cult phenomena that I experience, you're kidding yourself if you think anybody can take what I'm trying to take on by themselves and get this information out, man. Which is exactly my point. They use manufactured poverty to keep everyone so busy struggling just to put food on the table that they never have a chance to even notice that there's a real witch cult phenomena, and it rules the fucking world. It rules the fucking world. Most people are so fucking busy just trying to figure out how to keep food on the table that they don't even have time to notice anything else that could possibly be going on other than they need to figure out how to get fucking food on the table. And that's what I'm facing. So I have this mini fucking semi-off-grid compound that I have to keep up and manage in order to stay somewhat unplugged from the fucking matrix. And that's a job in and of itself, running a fucking semi-off-grid compound to keep me unplugged. That in and of itself alone is a fucking practically and probably a full-time fucking job. And on top of that, I gotta figure out how to keep fucking food on the table. And on top of that, I'm trying to do this impossible investigation. That's impossible. Like, even if I'm totally 100% right, like for me to crack this open all by myself, all alone, without any help at all, this is like mission fucking impossible. How anybody could expect an individual to even take this on at all, at any capacity, is a ridiculously unreasonable expectation. And so, all things considered, I'm doing a pretty fucking damn good job. Because I'm talking about what happened to me, you know. This isn't something where I'm like, you know, I'm just covering the general subject of fucking witches and shit. I'm talking about this, something that happened specifically to me. And this massive puzzle that I have to piece together all by myself, you know? I mean, I don't have to do this. But, like, it's really difficult when I'm just another one of the 8+ billion disconcerting people on the planet that's just trying to fucking get food on the table. You know, I'm not some trust fund baby fucking cunt that can call mommy and dada when I'm in trouble. I never have. By the time I was 18, I was living on the streets, man. I don't have anybody. I ain't got nobody. And that's fine. See, because, I learned how to, I know how, as a result, I know how to survive off grid just based off my experience, so I'm grateful, So there is a sense of wealth to that, Wealth isn't all just money and fucking, diamonds and jewelry and gold and shit. There's a lot more to wealth than just, but anyways, so this is a big part of the challenge, the general witchfinder challenge that I face is I'm just kind of like you. I'm just, struggling just to keep food on the fucking table. And but the thing that drives me is determination. I'm determined. I'm fucking determined because of just the whole thing, like everything about it, the frustration, the everything about it, like how unreal it is, how unbelievable it is, how this could actually be happening in real life, and so yeah, I just wanted to kind of go into that a little bit. That has a lot to do with this, with my challenge of trying to piece this puzzle together. Is I'm just facing the everyday struggles that your everyday average person is, just trying to get food on the table, man. And so a lot of my spare free time I'm devoting to this, and so I use the camera as a soundboard, and I just spew this shit out and throw it up on the channel. But what happens is when I start reviewing it, it helps, like a soundboard where I can reflect back. Sometimes it helps. I can find clues like that I wouldn't otherwise really, be privy to had I not, done a video just rambling and talking. And so yeah, like I said, all things considered, I think that I'm making some decent headway, but it's kind of like getting this to the point where I can present it to your general audience, make it palatable to the general audience. It's just going to take time and work, and right now this is the best, really the best approach that I can find to just working on it. And yeah, so the goal is I would really like to be able to put this together in a format that's palatable to your general audience. So that's kind of what's up, man.